Oh yeah, big baby. Did you hear that? It is that time. One of my favorite things to do on this channel is bring you guys a review of a new, and when I say new, their website went live like last week. It's new small batch company that is a husband and wife owned team, and this company is known as Vallajar. Vallajar. And I have a strong feeling that this is a brand new company on the radar to pretty much all of you. Now, if they sent this video out to some of their customers or family and friends, would love to hear from them too. But I would love to hear any questions from you guys as they come up down along the way. If this sounds good to you guys, consider a thumbs up at any point in the video. Don't need to do it right now, but if the time strikes, the fancy tickles, you're like, you know what? He earned it. It's free. Let's hit that thumbs up. That is appreciated. But let's get into it with the information. This company is out of Los Angeles. They are owned by Dario and Veronica. Veronica is a realtor and Dario is a barber, and together they opened up a barber shop called Fresh Cuts with a K and I believe a Z on the end, and it looks really cool. Check out their Instagram, doing some great work. I love the vibes and style of the place. But they wanted to turn their experiences with running a business and dealing with hair and beards into a beard care company, and they did that with Vallajar. Now, what I love about the name is it's actually a word they created, I believe. I don't think it's an existing word, because it combines their two mothers' maiden names to make a new name of the company. That is super cool. And many of the scent names, not all of them, but some of the scent names have ties to their family and different names and like nicknames and themes. That's really, really cool. Now, their beard oil is a 1 ounce oil, and it goes for $16 on their website. Very fair price. I was actually very surprised to hear the price. I got the price after getting the products. Of course, they reached out, sent me the products here. And this is not an affiliate. I do not get a commission on any sales or anything like that. But they did create a discount code for you guys, and it is DANC15 to save you guys 15% off if you want to try. We'll check back in at the end of the video to see if it has, struck an interest with you. So let's go ahead and start with the beard oil. We'll begin with the beard oil here. I would like to read you guys the beard oil blend. We are looking at meadow foam seed, argan, almond, I'm assuming sweet almond, hemp seed, coconut oil, I'm assuming fractionated coconut oil, castor and jojoba, plus some vitamin E. If I could make a tip right off the bat, I would clarify on those ingredients. It does make a difference if it's coconut oil versus fractionated coconut oil. It does make a difference if it's almond oil or sweet almond oil. So just simply clarify in the future or consider. You don't have to do anything that I say, but I like to give some feedback as it comes on these videos. The viscosity of this oil is a medium thick viscosity. This is not a thin oil, but it's not the thickest in the world. It is a medium thick viscosity, and it works really well. It is on like the thickest end of what I can use and be comfortable with for the way it feels and styles in my beard. But with that said, we're entering the cooler season, the winter season in Michigan. So I do tend to get a little bit thicker in my rotation of beard oils, and this works really well. Styles well, again, it is on the thicker side, so I do get a little bit of I don't want to say clumping, but if you're an experienced longer beardsman, you know what I mean, where it just kind of sticks together a little bit more. And that's some of the thicker ingredients that are in here, but it's not an issue at all, especially when I put my beard up in a beard knot. This works absolutely fantastic. So pretty good on the styling, really good feel, and the ingredients I can tell are quality, and they're all ones that I really recommend using. So love that. We'll get to scents in a bit here, but let's touch on the other products. They do have a beard butter, and they do have a beard balm. Now, these are both very, very similar. The only difference is the firmness. Their butter does have a little bit of, I don't want to say grit, but it's got a little bit of texture to it, and it melts down very easily and immediately, so it's not an issue at all. But I do want to let you guys know, because we have such a wide range of textures of butters, and my job is just to convey the experience for people considering purchasing or not. Ingredients on the butter. Mango butter first. Very interesting. We don't usually see that as the prominent ingredient. Shea butter, beeswax, and then we have the oil blend in here as well. And for this, I would be a little bit happier if there was no beeswax. I personally don't like using wax-based products. I don't like the way that they feel. I don't like the idea of it building up and having to wash with a stripping wash and really depend on getting that wax out, even though I'd still use a stripping wash every week. I just would prefer my beard butter not to have wax. Now, I've used great beard butters in the past with wax. It's not a deal breaker for me. If I had a preference, though, I would say just leave the wax out of the butter, but it does help with things like shipping. It does help with things like a little bit of styling. It works well here. I just wish it personally didn't have that beeswax. Now on the balm, you gotta have the beeswax, right? Same ingredients here, but I would imagine the only difference is the ratio of the wax is a little bit more. And this one is a firm beard balm. I really do appreciate that. It also has that same exact kind of texture. And a lot of that probably has to do with having mango butter in there and having shea butter. Shea butter has 9 different long chain fatty acids. I don't know off the top of my head how many mango butter has because it's not as common, but those can be able to create some of that texture. Some of that, again, I don't think it's a fair statement, but grit, as some of you would call it. This works really well. I'm not a balm guy, but I did test it. I did use it on my mustache a little bit for this video as well. How am I looking, guys? But it's a really good firm beard balm. So they're off to a really good start there. I have a feeling they'll make a few little tweaks and adjustments, as every company does growing, but I'm excited to see where that goes. They also have lip balm. I don't wear lip balm. I don't like lip balm, and so I didn't try that out, but just want to let you guys know they have it. And then we have a beard wash and a beard conditioner. Now, on first glance, you might say, Dan, these are really small beard washes and conditioners. I'm used to 8-ounce boys. What's going on? 3.4. Why so random? Well, it's 100 milliliters. Also, some of you are like, dude, ding, ding, ding. Yes, TSA puts the cap, pun intended, at 3.4 ounces. So this would be able to be TSA compliant as far as I understand with the current regulations. So that's why these are small, is I believe they're travel size. And it's kind of more of that European model that we see. And the beard wash conditioner have their own scent called Frostwood, and it's just I think they have it listed on here. Yeah, it's tea tree, eucalyptus, and peppermint. Fresh, invigorating, clean. They are really, really nice. The wash is one of the kind of in between the clear but also creamy type consistency and color to it. It's not a full cream, but it's also not, oh, now I gotta clean that up. It's also not that pure clear wash, and to me, it gives it just the right viscosity, right? Some washes are difficult because they're more like water and real thin. You got to really cup your hand. I can make it work. This one has a nice little stick to it. It does a great job of lather. My beard feels clean. And then the conditioner. This one is a straight up cream conditioner here, as it should be. And the conditioner, for whatever reason, just didn't vibe with my beard. No bad problems, but it just never styled well. I don't know what it is, but there's a few random conditioners out there that they just don't work with my beard. There's a really popular one on Amazon. Their wash works great, but their conditioner just doesn't ever style well. And that's what I had with this. I legitimately believe it might have to do with my water table. It might have to do with our city water. It might have to do with the shower filter. Who knows? But my beard just never styles well after the conditioner. Feels fine. Glides through the beard, it just affects my styling. So I've been using the beard wash, and to me, I don't know all the details, it does feel like a daily gentle beard wash rather than a stripping beard wash. So a little bit of feedback there. And then final thing, let's dive into scents. I have every scent that they make. I chose 5 to cover on this video. They kind of broke down their categories from cologne to woodsy and all the different ones. So I grabbed one of each category. The only one category I didn't have is the unscented. All right, and we're just gonna start randomly here, you guys. And they did a really good job on the labels. They have the branding, they have the scent name, they have the ingredients. They also have on here the scent profile, which I really appreciate. So the first one we're gonna do is Raven Grove. Raven Grove. And what we're doing for the scent profile is ripe apple, frankincense, hops, and oud. Now, one thing about all of their scents across the board, they are strong, they are long-lasting, and they are layered. Layered 3. They remind me of high-end fragrances. Now, if you're somebody that likes supernatural, not like the show or alien ghost type stuff, but super natural, very natural products. The smell, the essential oils, just like simple. This isn't for you. These are much more for the guys that want to smell nice, that want to project an image of kind of that cologne, that fragrance type world. This is the experience of going to a barbershop, right? When I think of a barbershop, I think of being fresh. I think of feeling right. You know, you leave out there, man, what can I go do a job interview right now? I'll crush it. That's what these scents do. And so I just want to make sure we're super clear on that. And it's all personal preference, of course. All right, so again, apple, frankincense, hops, and oud. One of my favorite scents in beard products would actually be hops, even though I don't drink alcohol. So let me give this a smell here. Yeah, it is wild that sometimes you get like a list of scents that come together and you're like, I don't get any of those. It's its own unique smell. Not in this case. I actually get the apple. I actually get the oud. I actually get the hops that are in here. The frankincense is very similar to oud to me, so I don't really know how to pull that one out. But it really is. The first note that hits you is the apple. And then you get some like earthy freshness from the hops. And then you get a little bit of like the musky, manly cologne side from the oud. And it does layer throughout the day. There are changes that happen. The apple falls off. The earthiness comes out. The cologne is long lasting. Very enjoyable and unbelievably unique. I've never smelled anything like this one. So if that one sounds good to you guys and you like something that's going to have lasting power, that's a great option. All right, next one we're going with is Onyx Blaze. I picked this one literally because of the name. It is just a great name, Onyx Blaze. And our scent profile here is sweet tobacco, leather, cedar, teakwood, and musk. And this is one where it all comes together and it just creates its own thing. I'm not pulling out those individual notes. This one's a little bit more subtle than the last scent, but it has just an even staying power all day. This one does not really evolve or change with the scent. You get a mellow cologne. You get a little bit of brightness in there, and then you just get kind of manliness from the tobacco, from the cedar, from the oud. It's a mellow, bright, manly cologne. Very enjoyable. All right, next one up is Saltwood. Saltwood. Wish a salt would. And this one is teakwood, sweet tobacco, night air, and sea salt. Love the imagination on these scents. This one I have a tough time describing. It is brighter, it is sweeter, but it gives this overwhelming freshness. I almost get ozone vibes. I really do get that salt water, that freshness from the ocean and ocean breeze type smell. It's very, very nice. Sam absolutely loves Saltwood. Absolutely loves. Cheers. By the way, in the comments, what are you guys sipping on? I know you have a drink by you watching this video. If you're watching it when it drops at 8 a.m. Eastern, hopefully nothing too serious. But, okay, two more, guys. We have Knox Bay 24. Knox Bay 24, and we are looking at Aqua di Gio. I apologize if I butchered that cologne name. I'm not a cologne guy. I didn't grow up with colognes, but I know that this is an aquatic cologne. Go figure, aqua. And I never grew up with colognes, but I know this smell. I know dudes that were around me that wore this cologne, and it just, whoa, back to basketball, back to the locker room, at the gym. It is that cologne. It truly is that cologne, you guys. So if you're a cologne guy, take a look at that bad boy. And then the last one we have is the Parlor. Had to include this one as they are barbershop owners, and it's 1920s barbershop and vanilla. And we know we have different lanes of barbershops that are out there. Some are more bay rum scented, some are more wood and kind of creative leather scented. This is more talcum powder. Talcum powder with some nice kind of mellow vanilla to kind of bring it down a little bit. There's some layers in there too that I'm not sure what they are, but it just screams classic talc barbershop. If you're a barbershop fanatic, this is one that you would enjoy. So I think we covered everything. Oil, balm, butter, wash, conditioner, the history, the scents, the price. Down below, what are you guys wondering? What would you like to know more of? If you have some feedback for the owners based on what you saw here, based on the website, they sound like they really want to do this right. And I'm excited to see where this goes in the future. Cannot wait to read every comment. Thank you guys for watching today. My name is Dan C. Bearded. Please. And by the way, I do recommend giving these a try. If anybody's like, but does he like it? I really do. Please stay bearded and stay positive.